Hello everyone. Today we're going to take a look at the second strumming with your fingers lesson. Definitely if you haven't checked out the first, it'll get you started. You can check in the link below to find the playlist for all these lessons are up here in the cards. Now with these strumming lessons, I'm breaking them apart into multiple exercises. So as you do these multiple exercises, you're going to be building one skill onto the next. And it's all something that should start at the very beginning. And you should take these exercises and write them into your awesome practice journal that you can claim up there in the cards. It's a really good tool to help you reach the goals that you want to accomplish on your guitar. So first, let's start with exercise 1. And what we're going to be doing with these exercises are learning to strum eighth notes down and up with our right hand. Now it's really important to know the way that you're going to strum. I covered this a little bit in the first video, but let's just do a quick recap. We're going to be doing down with either the back of the nail of your middle finger or your index. I prefer my middle finger, but it just kind of depends on your hand. And then the up strums are actually going to be with the back of the thumb here. So you can you're going to eventually be able to just toss your hand around if you need. It's a really great way to strum because then you can break into also finger picking and playing at the same time. So it's a really cool thing to be able to do. And this series is actually even going to go to creating rhythms on your guitar. But we have to do one step at a time. So without further ado, let's take a look at exercise 1. All right, so for exercise 1, we're running into our first eighth notes. Eighth notes are going to give you 2 notes per click. And we're going to use a very simple rhythm. We're going to be using down up for our eighth notes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to damp my strings here. And you'll see the first 2 measures I'm doing an entire measure of quarter notes, and then I'm going to do an entire measure of eighth notes. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And the next 2 measures are going to introduce just a slight variation on that. So we're throwing in a half note, which of course is from the last lesson, so don't forget to check out the playlist. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do this whole pattern 2 times. So I'm going to make my E minor chord. I'm going to play it once slowly and then once a little faster. So here we go. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, just a little faster. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1. All right, let's take a look at exercise 2. Okay, exercise 2. In this exercise, we're going to be just a little more aggressive on how many times we strum. So the first 2 measures are the same. Now the second 2 measures, we're going to get 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4. That can be a little tricky. So without further ado, I'm going to count in. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 1. Just a little faster. 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, exercise 3. Okay, so for exercise 2, we're going to take these eighth notes and spice them up a little bit, something a little more musical than the last 2 exercises. Those exercises were just intended for you to get the idea of eighth notes under your hands and get a little more comfortable strumming them. But in this exercise, we're going to actually make something a little more musical out of it. So first off, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be switching from an E minor to an A minor chord. But you'll notice the first and third beat of every measure using the A minor chord, we're going to actually have our index finger lifted. So what we get is 1 place, 1 place. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So I'm placing my index finger on the first fret of the B there for the 2 and the 4 and. So let's count through this nice and slow and then take it a little quicker. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's take a look at exercise 4 and make it just a little bit more difficult. All right, so exercise 4 is going to take the same idea as last time, but now we're going to throw in the B7, which should be familiar from the last lesson, and use the same type of idea. So we're going from the E minor, we're actually going to change the rhythm a little bit in the second measure, and then we're going to go to that A minor with our index and, getting lifted and placed. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, and we're going to go to our B7, but leave our pinky up this time for the first beat. So we'll get 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. So let's try this nice and slow. Remember the B7, you'll see the fingerings up above. So on the 3, or sorry, on the 1 of that fourth measure, we're just going to be, so you see my pinky's up, lift it up, and then you're going to place it on the 2 and, lift it up on the 3, place it on the 4 and. So that pinky's the high E note there. Here we go. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. All right, guys, so these exercises are a lot of fun. Spend about a week on them, be able to get comfortable with them. Really, the idea is to get comfortable with the front of your nail strumming downwards and the back of your thumbnail strumming upwards. Do not forget to write these in your practice journal. The practice journal is up there in the cards as well as the description below. That thing will keep you on track. Make sure that you reach your goals in a really kind of focused manner. And of course, you're welcome to book a Skype lesson with me if I have openings, if you need a little help moving down that path. Also, don't forget to check out musicandguitarlessons.com. My members get to download the sheet music that you've seen on the screen here. It's more or less my Patreon. You give me $10 a month. I keep putting out these awesome learning modules, and everybody flourishes. So, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Check out the next video. Happy practice.
definitely do not forget to subscribe and like this video.